shown some behavior that makes it likely they're going to sell their home. I can get you their phone numbers, I can get you their emails, I can get you their home addresses. I can also bring you buyers for those houses. I can put together scripts of what the conversation should look like when you're reaching out to those folks about, hey, I've got somebody who's interested in buying your home. I've got 3 people who are interested in buying your home. You know, is your title company doing that? Are they providing you those types of resources? If not, I really encourage you to take a minute, grab one of my cards in the back over here. Tammy Gray is going to be here this afternoon, as well as Andrew Greaves from our team. Get with somebody from our team. Let's have a conversation. Let's show you what that looks like, and let's look at growing your business. So thank you for letting us be part of this thing.
Thank you. All right, so let's give a round of applause. Thank you. They made this possible by helping. Is this a great venue or what? This is really cool. So, and the cool thing is we don't have to get married to come here. So that's pretty cool as well. So we're excited to have them. And I will echo, Fidelity is one of the, a lot of times as real estate agents, people look at us as dollar signs. Like, hey, you're at the front of this transaction, and I want to extract some money out of this. I want money. I want something from this. Don and the rest of the people at Fidelity are the first title company I've used that actually looks at and says, how can I make you more money? How can I do this? How can I bring business? How can I help you get more business? Not just can I help you close the transaction and we're nice. And that's kind of like a given. It's like a restaurant saying we're clean and we sweep our floors. That's given, right? They're actually help you get deals. So if you get value from this, they're making this possible. So do a deal with them. Give them a chance to be able to show you what they can do. All right, so let's dive in. I am so excited, again, to have Brent here, and you're going to give him a round of applause here. Probably stand up. We'll just do that here in just a second. Let me give you a lay of the land, what we're going to do. So first, Brent's going to go, and we're going to pull a string, and he's just going to go crazy. But here's the thing. He's not really a morning person. I don't know if he'll tell you this. He's kind of going to get better as the day goes on. So this morning's going to be awesome. He's going to give an overview on eXp Realty and how this has changed. And I've known Brent for 14, 15 years. Absolutely one of my best friends, somebody that's changed my life and changed my business. I'm so excited to have him. So he's going to speak for a little bit. Then we're going to have a presentation on a couple knuckleheads that went from hell no, I would never do this, to hell yeah. So we'll see what some of their reasons were for going, I would never do this, to, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. Then we're going to have a couple stars that people I think you'd really enjoy hearing their story about why they're joining this movement. Then we're going to have a little bit of time for Q&A. So if you guys have some questions as Brent goes through this, you'll have a chance to do some Q&A. But then we're going to eat. We're going to eat a lot. So we're going to eat some food, and then after, when you're in a carb coma, I'm going to talk for a little bit to kind of lull you to sleep for just a little bit. Then Brent's going to come back up, and he's really going to be lit then. He's going to talk about how he's been able to build an organization of, I'm guessing, probably pretty close to 6,000 people at this point. About 50, probably 57, 5,800 people in right at a little bit less than 3 years. And I've watched this journey. It's amazing. And people go, well, it's not possible. Well, it is possible, one step at a time. So I'm super excited to do that. So if everybody could please get on your feet, give Brent Gove, coming all the way from California, a round of applause. Thank you.
Good morning. How's everybody? I love it. Curtis is like, he's pretty much going to suck this morning, but we're ready this afternoon. So please come back. Well, great to see everybody, and wow, there's a lot more people. Curtis called me like, a month ago? He's like, you gotta come out to Phoenix and come talk to us. And I was thinking about a group like this, so this is pretty cool. Well, yes, my name is Brent Gove, and I am from Sacramento, California. We are safe. There are like 9 fires. Our state is on fire, but we're in the valley, so it's just burning all around us. We're cool. But yeah, pray for California. That's a little crazy. But it is great to be out here. What I'm going to do is briefly kind of give you my background, my story, and I promise to be brief. And then I'm going to dive into eXp. But started in real estate when about 23 years ago. I was 30 years old. A little quick math, I'm 53. And worked for RE/MAX for 12 years. Loved it. Incredible company. And in 2009, in the crash, Keller Williams had been recruiting me for 9 years, since 2009. It took a market completely crashing to actually go, you know what, I'll give Keller Williams a shot. Because I didn't see a big difference between RE/MAX and Keller Williams. And I go check it out. They said we have lots of training and great culture and masterminds. I'm like, I already do all that stuff. But I went, and actually it was a great experience for me. I just fell in love with that company. It was 9-day difference. I didn't see the difference, but once I went to Keller Williams, like, wait a minute, is this a Keller Williams meeting? Yes. I didn't tell you, I went back. Just kidding. Now, so here's the deal. So I'm at Keller Williams for 8 years, was a team leader around the most profitable franchise in the nation in Roseville at the time, 2009, 2010, stayed 8 years. And then enter EXP 3 years ago. So here I am at Keller Williams. I really liked RE/MAX. I really loved Keller Williams. To the point, well, I'll tell you this. I get a call out of Dallas, Texas, from a friend of mine, Sheila Fairjohn, and she'd heard me speak 5 years ago at a Haas seminar. And she goes, Brent, I don't know if you remember me. We met briefly in the lobby for like 30 seconds, right? I'm like, I don't remember you. And she goes, well, it's not important. She goes, but have you heard of what EXP Realty? I'm like, not really. And she goes, oh my gosh, everybody's joining this company. It's going to change real estate forever. And I'm thinking, you don't talk like this, because you think in your head, no, not a chance. No way. And she goes, would you give me your opinion on this new model? And that's all I've been doing for 3 years. So I made the biggest mistake of my life. I go, sure, I'll give you my opinion. You know, I love to give my opinion. We like to give their opinion on politics or the border or, you know, whatever it is, right? And so, yeah, I'll give my opinion. And so I watched what you're about to see. Something very important you need to know is that I didn't just, I liked RE/MAX, and I didn't just love Keller Williams. I'm convinced at the time, 3 years ago, I'm at the greatest company on planet Earth. There's Keller Williams and all other companies here. And that may not be your experience with Keller Williams, but that was my experience. And kudos to Keller Williams for making me feel that way. They delivered on the value prop for culture and training and masterminds. And I'm just like, this is incredible. I'm never, ever, ever leaving this company. I will retire at Keller Williams. Gary Keller's a genius. And I mean, wow. I'm like not even level 10. I'm level 12. I mean, we're in a whole different universe. So then I watch what you're about to see. And 30 minutes later, I'm like, oh my gosh. There's a company that is in a whole different parallel universe than Keller Williams. It's like 9-day difference. And 3 years ago, after 2.5 weeks of investigation, I made the switch from Keller Williams to EXP. Now, it took Keller Williams 9 years to dislodge me, and the second greatest market correction since the Great Depression to get me to leave RE/MAX. And EXP, 2.5 weeks. The difference was shocking. I mean, I absolutely had to leave a company I liked. No, again, I want to say it. A company I was passionate about, gone in 2 weeks. Because you really open your mind and begin to understand what happens here. Wow. So, you guys ready?
Yeah.
That's my background. By the way, I was running a team, the Sacramento boutique team, had 6 listing specialists, 12 buyer specialists, doing about 118 million a year in sales. Happy, good. That's what I was doing at Keller. And I came here today. I have 24 agents. All my agents are still with me. The difference is they all have a ton of stock in our company. We're agent owners. And there's some really cool things we're going to share with you. So here we go. It was all founded by this man, Glenn Sanford, 10 years ago. They said it'll never last, it'll never last. They still say it'll never last. And here we are 10 years later, and they're still saying the same thing. Warren Buffett, who's a smart guy, well-respected billionaire, and considered the authority on business, said Amazon will never last, it'll never last, it'll never last. And Amazon is changing the world. Largest corporation in the world. So sometimes credible people get it wrong. Do we all agree?
Yeah.
So this man did something none of us did. He is just a visionary. He's a very special human being. He's like Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Richard Branson. He's like this. He just did something 2 million of us didn't do. He came up with an idea and he executed on it. And today he owns a very successful company. So what is this company? It's an anytime, anywhere company. It's cloud-based. And of course you've heard of Uber and Airbnb and Netflix and all these different companies. I could rattle off a bunch, but Netflix is probably the best way to explain EXP if you're not really up on the model. You got Blockbuster. They were the 800-pound gorilla at the time. $6 billion company. Remember their competitor? Who remembers the number one competitor to Blockbuster? Hollywood Video. I was a Hollywood Video customer. I go, this is too much like McDonald's, right? All this yellow and blue and very plastic. And kind of like Hollywood Video was edgy. It had chain link, man. You had some neon lights, and it was all kind of cool, Hollywood Video. And so even though I loved Hollywood Video, Blockbuster put them out of business. And this is tantamount to Coldwell Banker putting every real estate brokerage out of business here in the Phoenix, Gilbert, Scottsdale, this whole surrounding area. If you bought or sold a home, you did it through Coldwell Banker. It was a big deal. And I'll make my point. This is where you guys got to help me get involved. Ready? Raise your hand if you've ever been inside a Blockbuster. Raise your hand. The whole room. Look around. That's pretty awesome. Okay, put it down. Raise your hand if you've been in a Blockbuster the last 2 or 3 years. No way. What did them in was technology and innovation. We used to go on Friday nights and Saturday nights to go get Terminator 3, Rocky 4, Star Wars, or the new movie Jurassic Park. It's out. What do we watch? Let's watch Romancing the Rhinestone again, Chick flick. Or whatever it is you call it. No, don't get that, get this, when Harry Met Sally. Remember those? Do you remember those calls? Yeah. And now you sit at home and you go, what do you want to watch? You scroll through, point, click, done. Well, Netflix went to Blockbuster and said, we have this technology, we can do this. And Blockbuster made the biggest mistake of their $6 billion life. He said, no thanks. We decide what happens in this market. We are completely, with what they put on the mom and pop video stores out, they put Hollywood, they were the dominant 800-pound gorillas, I like to say. Then they passed. Well, Netflix had to go execute on their idea, and 5 years later, they bankrupted a $6 billion 800-pound gorilla. Gone. And we see it again and again. Like Amazon, 8,000 major retail chains closed down last year. 8,000. Anybody like Staples? I did. They've closed 300 in the last 3 years. 100 a year for 3 years straight. Anybody like Toys R Us? Christmas is coming. You got nieces and nephews and kids. You're not going there. That's a good memory of mine. Go there and buy toys for the kids, and it's fun. Gone. Sears would grow gone. And so life, as you know, it is changing. Even this guy, who can tell me who this guy is right here?
Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins. He noticed that Airbnb had been around, Hilton, American success story, been around for 100 years. Oh, 99, almost 100 years. Valued at, $18 billion up there on the slide? And then Airbnb, a guy with an idea to computer or laptop, 10 years ago, just one person creates a company in 10 short years because of the world becomes your oyster when you get on the internet. When you own a yogurt shop in Gilbert, the world is not your oyster. When you have a pizza shop in Scottsdale, a trendy Scottsdale location, and people love your pizza shop, the world is not your oyster. When you own a franchise in Phoenix for whatever XYZ company, the world is not your oyster. You're not thinking about Brazil, South Africa, the UK. The second you go cloud-based, the world becomes your oyster. In 10 short years, $31 billion, and they don't even own real estate. So how can you make this work for you as an agent? I'm going to show you. So here we go. So basically, because we are a cloud campus, we have no desk fees, you can work from anywhere, cuts the overhead of expensive commercial leases, and we put our money into agent support and technology to help the agent. And we do this, we offer you a Regus Corporate Suite membership. Does anybody know how many, are there any Reguses in Phoenix, but how many there are? Anybody know the answer to that, roughly?
23, 30 or so?
22?
25?
So everyone thinks you join EXP, you're going to work from home on your couch because we're a cloud-based company. We have 22 offices in Phoenix. EXP does. 22, which is right there, maybe 23. How many offices does your brokerage have in Phoenix? You ever had I'm down in Gilbert, but my office is up in Scottsdale. You try to talk to your client to drive you back up to Scottsdale in traffic to go, no, you end up in a Pete's or a Starbucks or electronically, which is fine. But we have offices for you to work at. Here they are, pictures worth 1,000 words. This is not your mom and dad's office. This isn't your grandparents' office. These are new, fashionable, boutique, trendy, urban. These are the rage. There are thousands of these worldwide. Every EXP agent gets a Regus Corporate Suite membership. It's $50 a month for our tech fee. Includes 4 things. A lead generation source called KV Core, I'll go over in a minute. a place to work, a marketing suite called Breakthrough Broker, and then the #1 transaction management tool in America, SkySlope, used by Coldwell, Remax, Keller, essentially everybody. And you get all 4 for $50 a month. the leads in a place to work is better. Now here's the cool thing. There's your classic little Regis here. You know, she might be a software engineer. There she is designing. She might be a financial planner. He might be an Allstate insurance agent talking to a client. This guy might be an immigration lawyer. This guy, definitely the real estate agent. Cup of coffee. Okay? Jeans, polo, t-shirt, coffee. Real estate agent. I spent 20 years at Keller Williams and Remax. How many listings did I get at my office? I have hundreds of agents around me at those offices. How many buyers did I get those on? None. I moved here 3 years ago because I had to, because I joined EXP. Every single month we have homes in escrow and listings from the hundreds of professionals we meet who don't have real estate licenses. Get out of your, well, I have friends. Do you want to feed your family or have friends? Right? Here's a life of a real estate agent. I'm excited, I'm depressed. I'm excited, I'm depressed. I'm excited. When are you excited? I got 3 in escrow. Why are you depressed? I got none in escrow. Why are you excited this time? I got 5 in escrow. Why are you depressed? I closed them all. I got nothing in escrow. I remember one month I closed 7. I set a record. And I picked up, it's like the flu. We get vaccinated. It's called escrow-itis. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? And what escrow-itis is, it's when you get so many homes in escrow, you stop lead generating. You start filling your quote-unquote pipeline, right? And I remember that month, I brought my wife, like, you know, I don't know, it was measly $8,000 checks back then, but 8 times, so that's 56 grand in a month. Is that good or bad? Was my wife happy or sad? Did she pay off credit cards and pay off bills and get all caught up? And she's like, wow, honey, that was awesome. When's your next deal closing? I go, I don't know. She says, well, what do you have in escrow? I go, nothing. She's like, oh. I'm like, yeah. And it was a motivator, you know, it's this total roller coaster thing. So at EXP, we're going to fill in those dips, and we're going to show you how to fill them in. I think within 2 months, I was earning $5,000 a month from our rev share program. Within 3 months, $10,000 a month every month. And my Keller Williams is it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable because that's what we're being told by the management team. And they're going to know. Do you expect your management team to tell you why it's so awesome at the other company? I mean, really think about it, right? It's a bit of a conflict of interest. And then it was 10. Then all of a sudden, it's like $25,000 a month within like 5 months. Will that fill in any holes in your life?
Yeah.
I'm going to show you how I did that while selling real estate. People are like, well, all you did was, no, all I did was sell real estate. I had 18 listings usually at all times. What do you think I was doing every day? Going on listing appointments every day, right? And presenting offers and negotiating, keeping deals together. So watch this. When you get in this environment, and there's private offices here, there are entire floors, hundreds of people, get have a private office, you'll pay for that. $190 a month, $250 a month, something like that. Mine has 15 desks, and the view is $995 a month. If you don't need 15 desks, you don't have to get one that big. Or you just have the internet cafe and a place to copy students. So we have places to work. Now, here's the 4 pillars of EXP, and we're done. We're not going to overcomplicate this. There are 4 reasons why this company just went from 1,200 agents to 24,000 in 3 years. 3 years ago when I joined, 1,200. Today, 1,200 excited agent brokers with the dream that this thing might work. That was me. Everyone says, well, how'd you know it was going to work, Curtis? How'd you know? How did you know? You didn't know. You hoped it would work. I hoped it would work 3 years ago. And part of the thing is, why have I been successful in my life at the different things I've tried? I always show people, because I always tend to come to the front of the room and start talking, because I'm the biggest failure in the room. I have failed in so many things. I'm just a guy who's okay trying and failing. I want to win bad, don't get me wrong. And I heard this summer, I don't know, I'm like, grew up in a cave or something, but you're either winning or learning. I've kind of never heard that. I've always heard it's winning or losing. No, because if you lost, you could go, okay, all right, what can I learn from that. You're winning or you're learning. And so, you know what? I was willing to come to EXP and fail after 6 months. I go, I'll give EXP 6 months. I'm going to leave a company I'm passionate about. If it's not there, Keller's not going anywhere. If it doesn't work, Keller will certainly be there. I'll just go back to Keller with my hat in my hand and go, take me back. Worst case scenario, they laugh at me. You're so gullible. You're so naive. You get sucked into that EXP thing. Yeah, I did. Okay, you don't laugh at me. Let me go sell some more homes. I mean, I'm like, is that it? I'm good with that. Because I belly flop with the radio, with TV, with billboards, with bus benches, with the Safeway. Do you have Safeways here? Advertising in the back of the tape. We just help you. Don't do that. It's a waste of money. Well, I saw this agent's on the back of the tape. Yeah, and he's on food stamps. Okay? So here's the deal. But God bless you and God bless me for the penny saver, the ads, the small ads in the paper from Craig Proctor. I mean, I tried so much, but guess what? I ended up succeeding at a very high level on radio. The third time. Spent over $1 million on the radio. My own money. I succeeded at very open houses. I succeeded at a high level. In 2005, I sold 429 homes in 1 year. Now, I have showing agents and a team and people to help me do that, right? Of the 429 sales, I think it was like 318 were strangers we met at open houses. Is that a pretty impressive conversion rate? Do you think I do it differently than the normal agent? I can promise you I do. That's a whole nother seminar. All my agents collect Social Security numbers at open houses. I don't know what you do at your open houses. We collect Social Security numbers. God, is that even legal? Yeah, you ask for it, people give it to you. Okay? It's legal. And they go, well, who would do that? Well, probably nobody. Security number in a time of identity theft, and then you help them get pre-qualified. You call back and say, I got you approved. Not the lender. I did it because I was here Sunday. He was on his boat. You know? I'm getting off. Okay, now. So, failure is good. So, the 4 pillars of EXP. Number 1, lead generation. This is about right now, lead generation. Number 2, training and education. And we can stop right there. That is the foundation. That is the heartbeat. That is the soul of EXP, is our lead generation and training and education. What does every real estate company need? Leads for their agents. What does every company need? Training and education. Now, some agents go, I don't need any leads. I don't need any training and education. But I'm talking about, I realize you don't. But if you built a company, you would need that. We all agree? Yeah. So what did I not get at RE/MAX for 12 years? I was there 12 years. I got 3 leads from Main Street in 12 years. Is that pretty good? So I go to Keller Williams, and I got no leads in 8 years. 0. Didn't really improve. I guess you could call it going the wrong way. But they taught me how to lead gen, which I kind of already knew personally. But they delivered on the culture and the training and the masterminding, which I personally just thrived in that environment. So they delivered, and I became very happy. But all of a sudden I go to EXP, and they add the leads plus the training, culture, and education. Look around this room, right? And then it was like explosive. It's like shaking up, and you get this positive reaction. So, and then the third thing we do is we're agent owned. Is your brokerage agent owned? I worked in, right? You have an agent at your company doing 400 sales a year. Was that valuable to have that agent at your company? Yes or no? Yeah. And then I referred over 100 people to RE/MAX in my 12 years. What do you mean referred over 100 people? When you're successful, people go, oh my God, what's your name? Mark, I want to get my license. And do you think I could do real estate?
Absolutely.
Have any of you ever had a relative or a friend say that to you? All the time. What do we say? Not you, Mark. Like, dude. Well, we say, yeah, sure, get your license. Is that what we do? Unless you're a real a-hole, I want to tell the truth, Get a job at the waste management, Mark. Now, so, yeah, you can do it, sure. And then you go, now, where do you work, Brent? I work at Realty Executives. How do you like it? That's great. Do you think your manager talked to me? Think they'd hire me? Yeah, sure. Can you yeah, I'll introduce you. 100 people in 12 years. What did that result in? 3 thoughtful managers wrote me. They've been to Brian Buffini or Joe Stump, they write the thank you notes. 3 thoughtful managers sent the thank you notes. Thanks for sending Bob in CD, or thanks for sending Karen in Fresno, California. Thanks for sending Bill in Miami, or Tom in Phoenix. and here's a $10 Starbucks card, the gift card, right? So I got $30 worth of free coffee in 12 years for sending them 100 agents. Many of my agents are different. You want to succeed, stop doing whatever it is you're doing. Unless you're already successful. But you think, man, I'm beating my head against the wall, doing 20, 30 deals a year. That's not success, that's surviving. I'm doing 40 or 50 deals a year. That's, better, right? And so we're going to help you do that sort of thing. So basically, we are going to help you do this. Yes, I lost my train of thought. Okay, so leads and generation. So this is key, and we provide you a website called KV Core. KV Core on its own is $600 a month, and you sign a 1-year contract. You can all have it. At EXP, you get it for $50 a month, part of our tech fee. And we're able, if you do need to spend about $250 a month advertising the website. If I give you a beautiful car, and you don't put gas in the car, is the car going anywhere? Advertising dollars is the gas in the car for your website. Okay? My son is young. He has 2 buddies that started a landscape company. That means they mow lawns, edge and blow and go, right? They spend $700 a month on gas for their power tools. And then I'm talking to people who want to make $100,000 a year in real estate, $200,000, $300,000, $500,000. Like, you need to spend $250 a month advertising. I ain't doing that. And these kids will spend $700 on gasoline for their blowers and mowers and that stuff. So typically, what we found you'll get for that, which is 2 or 3 leads a day. Can you handle? That's a lot of leads. Can you handle a call at 10 a.m.? Can you do a call at 2? Maybe getting a call at 6 p.m. from a couple thinking about listing their home in Gilbert. Could you handle that? Is that a pace you guys can all handle? 60 to 90 leads a month. And if you just take the crowd, that's a lot. How do I? You just, I'm like, can I see this? You and I are the same age. I love this man. He's got to yell. This is me. This is the extent of my technology. Yellow notepad, cup of coffee. I'm good. I can take over the world with this. I'll take on Steve Jobs. Now, well, maybe you verify it. Anyways, that's terrible. Anyways, if you haven't heard, he's no. So basically, you're going to get this amazing website, and you're going to get all these additional leads on top of what it is you do. Maybe you're a door knocker, maybe you need the expireds, maybe you are an open house person, maybe you're this or that, but we're going to help you sell more real estate. Are you with me? Yeah. So I just take the easy ones and go put an escrow. One of my agents just put 3 in escrow. Now she's in Concord, California, which is the Bay Area. I'm in Sacramento. That's between San Francisco and Lake Tahoe, if you're not sure where Sacramento is in California. Her 3rd home, the clients called her and said, thank you for emailing us the neighborhood real estate scores. Thank you for texting us the demographics on Concord, California. Thank you for your sending us the properties. You've been so helpful. Frank and I have found a home for $1.7 million. We love it. We think this is the one. Would you show it to us? She never met these people in her life. She didn't know who they were. But her website is very sophisticated, very high-end. How many agents in Phoenix have a website that costs $600 a month just for the website? It's a car payment. Like nobody. You ever wonder how agents sell 50 or 100 homes a year, or 2, 3, 4, 500 homes a year? They have high-end tools. So you're going to get one of these. It texts, it emails, it has AI, artificial intelligence, does all this stuff to the clients. And she went and showed them a home. They bought it, and she made like $48,000 on one sale. And is that cool? Yeah. And you go, well, come on, 1.7. How do you know you won't get one in Scottsdale? We can point them in the neighborhoods, right? We can direct these things. Now, that's our lead gen. And then we do meetings like this. This happens to be Falls Event Center, which just got bought by Wedgwood Weddings, right? Same place. This is the same exact room we're in now. Look at the ceiling up there. See that ceiling, the square box? There it is. Same room. So, training. We have meetings where we come together every single month. And 3 years ago, it was me sitting in a chair. When I had a meeting, we had 100% attendance, I was there. That was EXP. Today, EXP is the fastest growing real estate model in Sacramento. Sacramento, the capital of California. California leads the nation leads the world. So in the nation, in the state, that leads the nation, in the capital, in the 3 fastest growing companies are HomeSmart, number 3, Realty One, number 2, and EXP by a factor of 2, not percentages. I'm talking growth of agent count. EXP's killing it times 2. We're on fire. It just started 3 years ago. Now, this is another top producer panel we did at one of the best country clubs. Wall Street Top 100, Sean Work from Remax just joined EXP. Oh my gosh. Stu, help me out. Jessica Leeds or Victoria Leeds just joined us, if I messed up her name. She's #1 Coldwell Banker Elite, sell 162 properties this year at about $1.1 million this year. Just joined EXP. Kevin Cooper founded Keller Williams in Elk Grove with 45 of his own agents from Independent. He was there 14 years, just joined EXP. This is an independent. Steve's from kind of a farm community. Yes, he's wearing jeans, a farm hat, and a polo. And he'll do 200 sales this year. Just joined EXP. We had a top producer panel. We're constantly doing meetings. We call that, meetings like this. Then we have live training, which you can raise your hand, ask a question, but it's in the cloud. And we have agents attend from throughout the U.S. and Canada. And this next slide, I personally hated. So I'm going to show you something, just because I have to show you the world. I didn't like it. I've learned to love it. Like, when Netflix came out, I'm like, I'm not watching a movie on my phone. Who would do that? How many of you done that, right? I'm like, Airbnb, I never stayed at somebody's house. Ooh, right? I've done that, right? Uber, I'm not getting in some stranger's car. I didn't know he's not a serial killer or something. Right? He might steal me. Kidnap me, right? I've done Uber. Uber's great. I'm the last guy, so there was no crazy thing like Amazon. Raise your hand if you've ever ordered from Amazon. I still have not ordered from Amazon. Okay, I haven't now. They do it for me. But here's you. Hold on. So I'm the last guy. I'm the yellow notepad guy. Come on, right? And so here it is. I don't even want to show it to you. Can we skip the slide? Okay. I've learned to love it. Here it is. This is the EXP world. It's an avatar world. I have 5 children that are gamers. I am not a gamer. I'm a hooper. I do things like outdoor. We throw rocks when we were kids and hit people and do fun stuff outside, right? And gamers are inside and do all those. And so we have a campus. Like you have, what's the name of the college here in Phoenix? ASU. This is like ASU. There's auditoriums. There's classrooms all over. These are people from all over the nation. Does this particular auditorium look empty or full? And this guy, Rick, is from Northwest Florida. Mary's from Oregon. Boom, boom, you could be sitting right there from Phoenix. And they're from all over, and we have 5 to 10 classes every day in the cloud. Could be luxury listing presentations, could be how to build a team, how to hire your first assistant, how to hire your first assistant. I was kind of Freudian slip and kind of funny all in one. So, how to sell 100 homes a year, how to sell your first 10 homes, goal setting, business planning for 2020, commercial real estate, how to sell buildings, how to do commercial leases, on and on and on and on. 5, 10 times a day, sometimes 13 times a day. So how about your brokerage? How many classes do you have a day? Well, we do once a month. We have an office meeting once a week. Really? Is that sharpening your sword? Are you growing like you could grow? This masterminds, this is an actual mastermind. It's a round table. There's the woman conducting the mastermind. You see these all over campus telling you what classes are being taught in the EXP world every day. Who are teaching these classes? Ex-superstars from Keller Williams Real Estate. They are mega iconic superstars. Nolly Williams, Keller Williams. Jeff Williams in Tucson, mega star for Remax. The best Coldwell Banker agents. They're all coming. They're coming. We went from 1,200 to 24,000. Let me ask you a question. If 1,200 excited, motivated people who are hoping it might work could turn into 24,000 in 3 years, what can 24,000 excited agent owners do in the next 3 years? It's going to be 150,000 agents. We will be the largest real estate company in America because we're agent owned. I remember when I was at Keller Williams, we were very proud of the fact that it was privately owned. Gary owns it all. Think about what you're sharing. It's so awesome. Gary owns it all. We rent from Gary. Right? Now, I stand with Gary. We rent from Gary. You get me? So you rent for 25 years, and you hold your hand out when you leave Scottsdale and ask the owner of that house for an equity check. You gonna get an equity check? What do we tell people? Buy a home, get some equity. We do as agents, we rent our homes. Even if you go independent, what's it worth? Who's gonna buy it? Yeah. So that's our training. So we have leads, we have
Training and education. I've just gone over those 2 pillars. The third pillar is the fact that we're agent owned. Really, the first 2 didn't mean a thing to me. I already understood lead generation. I've already knew these guys for 10, 15 years. We were going to masterminds. So the first 2 that I spent all this time telling you about was like, I was like not interested. If you're not interested right now, you and I are in the same boat. I'm just sitting there going, okay, yeah. I mean, it's cool, not against it, but it's not ringing my bell. All of a sudden, they get to the third, the third pillar, ownership opportunity through the stock. Now, we were a penny stock at the time. Today, we're on the NASDAQ, on Monikers EXPI. Check it out. There are 5 ways to acquire stock at our company. Before you show our 5 ways how to do that, tell me about the 5 ways to acquire stock at your company. I put 20 years into RE/MAX and Callaway Exchange Brokerages one time in 20 years. I don't chase. I don't chase shiny objects, right? Obviously, we're not chasing a lot these days, but, okay? But here's the deal. So I went, okay, tell me about these 5 ways to acquire stock. Well, when you close your first transaction, you get stock. That's how every agent becomes a shareholder of EXP. You get stock. When you cap, our cap is 16 grand a year. Then once that's paid in, you go to 100%. The split is 80-20. Like, well, I have a friend who's on a 90-10 in Santa Cruz, California. And he sells like over 100 homes a year. You know what he pays on a 90-10? About $118,000. No, it was $114,000 was what he paid on a 90-10. He joined EXP, went to an 80-20, went to a worse split, but there's a cap of 16. So if you subtract 16 from 114, what did he make with the lateral move? $98,000. Could you put that in your marketing budget? Well, yeah, but he sells 100 homes a year. I only sell 20. Okay, what did you pay your broker last year? Some of you only paid 14 grand. Some of you paid 20 grand. Some of you paid, if you added up, it's $30,000 or $40,000. So our cap is competitive. I'll say that. The $16,000 cap is competitive. The split's 80-20, but when you cap, you get more stock. When you refer an agent, you get stock. I got $30 worth of free coffee, right? Remember the RE/MAX story? What do you get? So that's pretty cool. Then we have the Icon program, is when you cap and do 20 sales, you get your cap back in the form of stock. So if you pay it 16, you get 16 with the stock, what it really costs you to be EXP. What's the average price here of a home in Gilbert? 300,000. So it's going to take you about 9 sales to complete a cap, 9 or 10 sales to cap. And then you go to 100%. So if it takes you 9 or 10 till 6 months to cap, the next 6 months you're at 100%. Make sense? That's how that works. So, and then we have the Agent Equity Program. This was designed by our founder to help you get equity in our company. Now again, before I show you ours, what Agent Equity Program did Dave Lineker build for the RE/MAX agents? Nothing. I've spent 12 years of my life there. I have trophies and records, sold hundreds of homes annually. In 2005, it was 429 homes. I became the #1 RE/MAX agent. Not in, I have a friend here from North Dakota. Where are you? Raise your hand. Where's North Dakota? There he is, right there. Richard. We got it right? I got done. It was Mike, right? He goes, no, Richard. I'm like, it's close. They sound alike. Now, but I remembered. I embarrassed myself enough to remember. See, I'm the biggest dog in the room. I'll figure it out. And even I'm successful. Now, so I wasn't doing that in North Dakota. I was doing that in California. It's a good place to be the #1 agent at your company. We all agree? A big company. And so Dave Lineker didn't have an agent equity program. He owned it all. And he's a billionaire. Gary Keller's a billionaire. Coldwell Banker owned it all. They sold to a $1 billion hedge fund. Berkshire Hathaway is owned by a billionaire. Stop working for billionaires! Oh my gosh! Well, but I like it here. Okay, how many homes you selling? I sold 48, man. Okay, good. Let's do some business planning. What do you want to do 2020? Man, I'm going to 70, man. Okay, man, 70. And then what? You hit that, go, nah, I only made 60. Okay, what are you doing in 2021? Man, I'm going to 100. I'm putting my stick in the ground, doing 100 sales. And then you do it in 2021. You do 100 sales. Why can I? Because I've done all this stuff, right? We've done all this stuff. And guess what your reward is for 2022? You want to hear it? You get to do it again. How about 2023? What's your reward? You get to do it again. You know, I don't have to. Oh, no, you have to. What do you mean I have to? I'm telling you, you have to. Why do I have to? I don't have to do it. I don't know. Oh, you have to. Because you went to Scottsdale. You bought a little bigger house. You bought that BMW. You got a nicer car, you're taking nicer kids are in private school. You're used to the income you make on 100. Now when you dip down to 60 or 70, you're not paying your credit card bills. You should pay them just fine. You're actually trapped in a bigger mousetrap you built. Think about it. So watch this. Here, we have an exit equity program. You can take 5% of your commissions. So if you get $10,000 check, that'd be $500, and you can buy our stock at a 20% discount. And that's pretty good. Making 20% of your money the day you buy it. And I thought, I'm gonna try it. Where's James? He's my COO in the back, Chief Operator. Stand up, James. He runs my company, Chief Operating Officer, James Strude, my best friend for 20 years. And the first year I go, James, enroll me for that. We call it set it, forget it. Oh, it's 5%. Let's do it. We should. What Susie Orman and Dave Ramsey say? You should save how much? 10% or 15 or whatever, right? Is it 15? Is it 15? I've always thought it was 10. Is it 15 now?
No one knows.
It's 10. All right. They deceive us. Now, 10. But here's the point. Who does that, right? No one. It's just 10%. Pay yourself first. So we started doing this. It's half of what we should have been saving. And that first year, using 5% of my closings, I purchased $46,000 worth of stock, right? Which means I made just under $1 million. But as far as real estate commission. But I made 20% of my money. Well, that's if it retains its value. You're right, it didn't retain the value. It tripled. And then last year, did it again. And then this year, did it again. Today we have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars in stock. It's called compensation for contribution. The more you contribute to the growth of the company, the more you're compensated. What do you mean by that? Well, I forgot this one. If you refer an agent to EXP and they join, you get stock. Are you limited? No, it's up to you. I did 100 at Remax for nothing. Right? Just because I like the company. So here I enrolled in 10. My goal was to tell 10 or 15 my first year. That was it. People just liked it. It was easier than I thought. I did 40 in 8 months. So you end up getting all the stock. It's pretty cool. We're going to end with this. This is the end of the presentation. There's 4 pillars. The first was leads. The second was training and education. We're huge on those 2 things. That is bedrock of EXP. The third is the agent ownership piece. Very important that we own this thing together. Listen to me. The rising tide rises all ships, not just Dave Linninger's, not just Gary Keller's. Oh, a lot of people doing really well. Really? Who here, have you ever been, you think of state employees in Arizona, Caltrans, or whatever you call it, Arizona Trans, you didn't call it Caltrans, that's for sure. But, highway employees, retiring, school people. You ever been to a retirement program for somebody out there? Come on, right? How about a real estate agent? Let's have a retirement party for Curtis. I have never in 22 years, ever, like not once, been invited to a retirement party for real estate agents.
That's awesome.
I mean, maybe, yeah, but think about it. I'm just telling you, I can't think of, hey, Karen's retiring, she's 58.
Right.
Bob's retiring, he's 67. My parents threw in the towel at 75 and 77. You could work as long as you have beauty of this company. God bless you if you're doing that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But they kind of needed the money. My aunt sold 17 homes in Reno her first January of this year. Is that good? Yeah. She's number 11 in Nevada. She works for a big brokerage, Dixon Realty, my aunt. She told me the other day, I'm exhausted. I bet you are. But you have that big house, and you go to Costa Rica, and she was having breakfast, and Brad Pitt was right there, because they go to really nice places. And they got the Range Rovers and the convertible Jags and that lifestyle where she's used to making a lot of money. Like they make $1.5 million every year. And if she retires, what does she lose? All of it! It's the worst retirement program in the world. Think of it. I have friends who retired as fire chief captains. Where do they get it? All of it. They get it all. They get 80%, 100%. It's crazy. So I'm going to show you the first 401k for real estate. It's not a 401k. It's just about 40 times better if you'll actually watch this next part. So how does it work? Well, here's our $16,000 cap, and we don't work for Keep It All Real Estate. In other words, every agent participates in revenue share. You share your commissions with your broker. What do you mean by that? When you sell something, does your broker get a piece of your commission? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, it's called revenue sharing up. What if it could come back down? Is rain a good thing? Causes stuff to grow. So watch this. So here's a $16,000 cap, the revenue that comes into the company. Yeah, our founder said, let's break it up into bite-sized rewards and give it back to the agents if they help the company grow. What do you mean? If you refer one person, remember I referred 100, how much coffee did I get? $30. You refer one, not 100, you get $2,800, not a lot of coffee. I'm like, well, that's cool. I showed it to the guy that he goes, well, am I limited to one? Can I tell like 5 or 10? He goes, yeah. He goes, so if I told 10 and they were capping agents, which means they sell 9 to 10 homes a year, I would get 10 times 2,800, that's 28,000. I go, yeah. He goes, I'm in. I go, really? Just like that? He goes, yeah, I have a daughter in college, and that'll totally more than pay for her college. And then agents are everywhere, right? There's 2 million in North America. I can totally do 10. And he's already done that, by the way. So he joined, and he did that. So here's the point. I go, but that's not the best part. If they stay another year, my parents spent 25 years at Coldwell Banker, right? If they're there the next year and they create that same revenue, you get it again. So you actually get $28,000 year 2 for the 10 you told year 1. His time out. He goes, you mean to tell me if I refer 10 agents, I get $56,000 in revenue share? I go, yes. And he goes, oh my gosh, I'm really in. I go, that's not the best part. He goes, it's not. You know, it's written into our charter. If they stay in the 3rd year, you get it again. He's like, hold on, 56, 28. So he's like, what is that, $84,000 for telling 10 agents? Why do billionaires own real estate companies? There's a lot of money in it, okay? That's just a little chunk, $2,800. And he's like, oh my gosh, he goes, when does it end? I go, never. This means never. It's written into our charter. Because if you refer people to EXP, they give you revenue share. Oh, it can't work like that. Really? I have friends that joined 10 years ago, 9 years ago, 8 years ago. They enrolled people. They've been getting paid year after year after year after year after year for those people. Yeah, but they got to stay. We went from 1,200 to 24,000 of people staying. I know somebody who quit that. Man, I quit a diet before too, right? I mean, we all quit things. Does everybody join Coldwell State and people will find a reason to go somewhere else here? So watch this. Now I'm going to end with this. If you tell 5 people about EXP, they only give you the 28, they give you 3,200. Oh, that's interesting. So it's more like 6,000, yeah. And if you tell 10, in other words, the more people you refer to this company, the more the company pays you. It's called compensation for contribution. If you refer 15, 20 agents, they unlock level after level after level after level of revenue share. Well, what is this thing? It's Keller Williams compensation program. It's copied from Keller Williams. They do profit sharing. They have a 7-generation system. It's not copyrighted, so we copied it. It is brilliant. Gary Keller's not making any profit, and what is shared? If they make a little bit of profit, what's shared? If they make a lot of profit, it could be some money, right? There were months I made $1,800, $2,700. My best month ever, $2,900. When I got to $2,900, it was like my 2nd or 3rd year. I'm like, this is amazing. Little I know, that was the beginning of the end. And it averaged $700 a month these past few years. Is $700 a month at Keller Williams profit share going to change my life? Nope. Is it going to change your life? My 2nd month, I was earning $5,000 a month rev share. My 3rd month, $10,000 a month rev share. Can you pay your mortgage payment on that?
Yeah.
So you're sitting here telling me, my first year was to tell 10 to 15. I'm busy doing real estate. I set out Friday afternoons, 2 to 5. I said, for 20 years, I've called buyers and sellers. And my reward was I got to do it again the next year. I didn't realize I'd actually become a little burned out after 20 years. I didn't even know. I would have never admitted it. Agents and broker associates. People I knew. They're every worst case. 6 months later, I tried, doesn't work. Take my hat, put it in my hand, go out to Keller Williams, and go, well, it didn't work. Ha ha ha. They have a little laugh. You're so gullible, you thought you could do that? Yep. Did I sign a commercial lease for a building for 5 or 10 years? Did I buy a franchise for 50 grand or 100 grand? Was there capital risk? No. Here's the sweet, beautiful thing about EXP. It's an ego risk. And here's the sad, tragic part. Most people would much rather risk their money. I'll give you 50 grand, take 100. Don't make me face rejection. Write this down. I have, and this needs to be you, I have a very, it's true, I have a very high tolerance for rejection. I just don't take it personally. If you're not interested, no problem. You, many of you in the room, have a very low tolerance for rejection. You take it personal. They don't like me. They're not interested in what I have to sell. And you replay in your mind again and again and again. James is my golf buddy. When you beat me in golf, and you start bringing up a round that you beat me in, how often do I actually remember the round?
You never remember.
It's a beautiful thing. Getting in your 50s is beautiful. You start forgetting stuff. Awesome. Aluminum, lead in your feelings, great. Okay? You just remember the happy moments. I'm a happy guy. But I shake it off. I'm down the road. You know? Even Jesus told the disciples, shake it off, baby. Get down the road, right? Move on, right? You can preach to us. I want. I wanted to be a pastor. It didn't work out, but who knows? So here's the deal. So we'll end with this, a 5-year plan to do something you've never done in 30 years in your real estate career. I'm going to give you something in 5 years you could never get done, and I will help you do it. Curtis will help you do it. The person who brought you here will help you do it. Here's how it works. Let's say this year you refer 10 people, and they're cappers. You need to look for agents doing 9 to 10. By the way, but 300,000, then it's half a cap, so you get nothing. No, you get 1,400. Well, we know agents who do 2 sales a year. Well, if you're going to build a company, don't look for a bunch of agents doing 2 sales. So you get 700 a quarter. It's not all or nothing. Every month there's a closing. The next month on the 22nd, we pay out revenue share. Make sense? So every month, the 22nd of any month is going to be the greatest month. That's like better than your birthday. My first revenue share check was $1,900 for 10 days. The next month I was at HP for 30 days. It was $5,000. Just even that, $5,000 a month coming in. Would that do anything for you? Mike Keller used to say, it's not sustainable, it's not sustainable. That's what they were taught by the OPs and the team leaders and Gary Keller himself. And you know what I believe? Listen to me. Gary Keller is 100% right. I'm dead serious. It is not sustainable if you have brick and mortar. Blockbuster was not sustainable, were they? Toys R Us was not sustainable. Abercrombie and Fitch they're shut down left and right. They're not sustainable. Who is? Oh, Uber is. Oh, Airbnb is. Oh, Lyft is. Amazon is. Travelocity is. These are cloud-based companies with no leases. Have you been to the Uber cab? They don't drive some guy's car. He puts time. Look, so set a goal. I'm talking to people who do at least 9 to 10 sales a year. That'd be 2,800, that's 28,000. And let's say in the next 5 years you help each of those 10, tell 10. That means they tell 2 people a year for 5 years, they'll get it done. 1 person every 6 months. Is that dialing it back for you? Agent on tier 2, unlimited is 3,200. Unlimited amount. Okay? And so 100 is the Keller Williams. Their number 1 income earner, they published the numbers, was last year was Althea Osborne, any KW people here? And if you look at the numbers, it was 871 for Keller. That Mike Brody's been here 25 years. If you look at the big income earners, there's only 1 page of centers and sucking the profits out, because if they leave them in, 49% goes to the agent base. In other words, the agents at a KW franchise have become like the IRS. Do you leave your income up high and say, just let's not take any write-offs, let's help our government and give them as much of our hard-earned money as we can? Or do you get serious and get a good CPA and you maybe even get a tax lawyer and you take every legal write-off you can take? What do? And so the OPs aren't dumb, they have their own masterminds. They're finding money to siphon money out of their franchises. So you didn't recruit? I did it, working Fridays from 2 to 5. I was shocked as you are. Curtis said, well, he's got like 5,700 now. It's 3 years later. It's because it doesn't work and no one's attracted to it. In 8 months, I was in front of a room. I'd say, what's your first name again? John, Brent Cove here, man. I haven't talked to you in 5 years. The garage door fell off the front of the thing, and the seller was like, I'm not paying for it. My buyer's like, I'm not. We they all trying to sue. Do you remember that? Oh, heck yeah, I remember that deal, right? I mean, every real estate deal has you for 5 years because you're such a outgoing, great spice of life, happy-go-lucky guy. You know. Yeah, you're the most incredible human being in the world. No, maybe not. So, but I would say, hey, I know you're up in Alberta Hills. I want what you know about it. Well, not much. I know some big time agents are moving there. I said, man, I would love your opinion on the model if it's relevant here in Gilbert and Eldorado Hills. If you think in Scottsdale this has, in South Phoenix, this would be applicable to South Phoenix. I would love your opinion. Stay at Coldwell Banker. Do not leave. Can I just get your opinion? See, you guys, they get all freaked out on you, and I'm talking about opinion on a model, right? Use the word model, and guess what? People said, sure, I'll give you my opinion. I said, sure, I told Sheila I'll give you my opinion. 2.5 weeks later, I was no longer a Keller Williams agent. It was that profound. See, why I left Keller Williams is not because I didn't love the company. I loved it. But there was no opportunity for ownership. There was no rev share. Now this is with you telling 10 agents. I did 40. And they pretty much all did this. And it turned into like crazy amounts of income. You do whatever you want. I just went and did it. Fridays, 2 to 5. El Paso tomorrow with the president of NALREP nationwide, David Acosta, who just left Keller Williams, a big star, huge star for them. I'm in El Paso tomorrow, launching El Paso for EXP. Okay? We're going into Juarez that night. Just kidding. Now, all right, you get the idea. So this is doable. Let me go again. Worst case doesn't work for you. How much money did you lose? Worst case, people laughed at you, told you it wouldn't work. I was good with that. When did it be okay not to fail? I want to win, but I am so okay. The year Babe Ruth became the home run king, he also simultaneously set the record for striking out. Abraham Lincoln failed, never run an office until he ran for the president of the United States. And she started that whole thing in Trader Joe's, if you have those. Here, try a sample, Costco, right? Banging them, she barely made it. Who do you talk to? Anyone throughout the U.S. and Canada? How many states are we in now, James?
We personally in 48 states.
EXP's in 51, 48. My whole life was Sacramento. I wasn't thinking about Gilbert, or Colombia, or Brazil, or Canada, British Columbia. We were in British Columbia last week. Left my jacket in British Columbia. This will help you do this. So we run it all with Enterprise, SkySlope, lead gen, branding, marketing. There's the back office, that's my name. It's real clean. You can do investor relations, press releases, making it rain, leads. KB Core, leads. SkySlope management, charitable giving, click. And you go right into these things. It's a really clean dashboard. You can become a faculty member and teach in the world. You better have a certain amount of experience brought you here. But this is a great place to check out the company. Join the company everyone's talking about, the Amazon of real estate, MarketWatch, Inman News, best place to work 2018. Glenn Sanford got voted the top CEO in America this year on Glassdoor. There it is. Pull your cameras out. Pull your cameras out. Take a picture of this. Everybody. I want to see every camera out in the whole place. Curtis, not you. Come here with me, Curtis. Come here, quick. Curtis, get over here, quick. Get cameras out. Everyone take a picture. No, bring your phone. I need you to bring your phone. Okay. Taking a picture. See, there you go. That's good, huh? Okay, that's enough. All right. So here's the deal. Thank you. So this is a summary sheet. For 20 years, I paid Remax and Keller Williams desk fees, royalties, fees, and franchise. For 20 years. Well, no more. I pay a clean 80-20 split till I cap. It's $60,000 cap. Once you cap, you owe 100%. I meet agents all the time on an 80-20 with Keller, 80-20 with Coldwell Banker, 80-20 with whatever, Berkshire Hathaway. Whatever, those are all franchises. What about the 6% fee? They always say the same thing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, okay, so let's add that in. What is it? 74-26. Would you like to give 26% of your check up every time? Because that's what you're doing. Or would you like to be able to keep 80% of your check instead of 74% of your check? It would just make sense, and then you cap quickly. But somebody would be like, well, I only pay my broker 10 grand. Great, so you're going to pass up on this entire opportunity because you could save 6 grand? That's called penny wise and pound foolish. That's what it's called. Okay? So, startup cost is $149. There's your tech fee, $50 a month. That's a one-time fee. $35 a month is our university educational fee for all the training and education. So what's the overhead of an EXP agent? $85 a month. Every time you sell a home, there's a $25 broker review fee. It's a nominal fee. And E&O is $40 per sale. So if you sell 3 homes a year, what do you pay? $120. Sell 2 homes a year, what do you pay for E&O? $80 a year. You sell 100 homes, what do you pay? $500. It's capped at $500. We cap this, we cap this, we cap this. We cap and cap. We like to get rid of. We don't feed you to death. So there's our growth. We're currently at. We just had a press release this past week. 24,000 agents. So 20 about right here. This is called an exponential curve. This is why this stock has tripled since I joined. I had friends. They told their daughters. Gene Frederick told his daughter she had 40 grand in an account. She wasn't really happy with it. Where do I invest it? Is buy XPI stock. Do it. And she did. She bought $40,000 worth of stock at like 26 cents a share, 28 cents a share. Then it went to a buck. That's 4 times. Now it's, what is it today? 9? Over 9? It's 36 times. Who's good with math? It's 36 times $40,000.
A lot. It's a lot.
She glad she listened to her dad. Well, that's not going to happen again. Really? We're about to go to over 100,000 agents. Now, SEC could be listening. Stock may go down and may go up. Past performance is no future guarantee of future earnings. How'd I do? I don't know if that worked. I mean, I don't sell stock. I'm not telling you to buy it. I just know I'm acquiring lots and I hold on to it, and I'm so excited about the future of this company. So, core values, we got them in bucket lists. Vending is fun. We're having a blast. We're just, it's not even, we're excited. I was, Irv's right here. Raise your hand, Irv. Played for the New York Jets. Give him a hand. He's a big, right? He crushed me. I'm big. He's like, hey, Irv. So he over here, he tells me, man, he met me for breakfast this morning at my hotel, and he goes, man, I was at the door and at my friend's house at 6:30. I'm like, really? He goes, yeah, I never do that. I'm so excited about this EXP thing. Are you even in EXP? Are you in EXP yet? And yet you're bounced out because you kind of got the concept. And you're excited, right? It becomes fun. How big was your independent firm here in Phoenix at one point?
About 250 agents.
Pretty good, right? So, and now he's doing this, so we're having a blast. If you've seen enough, go to join.exprealty.com and apply. When you type this in and go hit enter, this is what you'll see. This is the company website. Click this button, apply now as agent/broker associate. Do that, and then you can join. This is our founder, Glenn Sanford. This is 8 months ago on the NASDAQ. Is that one of only 50 companies in the world to upload to the NASDAQ out of millions of corporations worldwide. Many would love to be there, millions. Only 50 made it. We're one of them. It's a big, big deal. We're trading on the big boards now. We're not a penny stock anymore. We have arrived. EXP World Holdings. I'm going to ask if we're going to take the closing bill. There's Jason Dessing, our CEO. There's Sam Rodriguez. He's Vice President of International Growth, the Board of Directors. There's Gene Frederick, who's on the board, told his daughter to buy that stock like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, when it was 26 cents a share. Rob Flick here in Phoenix, great guy. Is Scott Lewis here? Scott, are you here? Scott, I don't see him yet. Okay, he's going to come by later today. But there's Gene Frederick. This is not Gene Frederick. This is our founder, Glenn Sanford, hitting the closing bell. They changed it to a button, and everybody's going crazy. He literally stopped the financial markets. He stopped Microsoft and Google and Intel and Apple from trading. It is pretty awesome honor. So that is it. Was this helpful to give you a little background on our company? Yeah.